change your perspective.
We've seen.
Okay, y'all, we've got some breaking news to share with you right now. Major update from Dallas police about violent crime in the area provided via Teams. Let's go ahead and listen in.
Were inconsistent with any of the homicides and or aggravated assaults that we have seen throughout the year. So we wanted to make sure that we had all of our partners on board. Some of these acts of violence crossed in our initial investigation some multi-jurisdictional boundaries, and we wanted to make sure that we had our partners, federal and state, on board to assist us with that process. And so we reached out to the state police, and I just want to take a moment to thank the Dallas Police Department, Chief Moore, Chief Ramirez, our entire homicide team, investigators, and moreover, the regional director, Hank Sibley of State Police, Colonel Stephen McCraw, and Governor Abbott. Whenever I reach out and ask for assistance in the Dallas Police Department, without hesitation, they show up and assist. And although Dallas may not be the initial problem or the only problem, it is oftentimes the solution when we use collaboration. So we're coming today to give you an update on the violence and some great progress and work and arrests that have been made as a result of the work by the men and women of the Dallas Police Department and Texas State Police and our federal partners as well. So I am going to turn it over to Chief Moore and Chief Ramirez to go into detail about what this investigation has led us to and some areas and crimes that we've solved as a result. So Chief Moore, I'm going to turn it over to you.
Thank you, Chief. Good morning, everyone. And just to echo what Chief Hall said, thank you so much for partnering with us. It's extremely important for the Dallas Police Department to be transparent, and we need you guys to be our partners to get this out to the community in a way that's accurate and concise. So what I'm going to do is kind of give you an overview of where we are. Deputy Chief Ramirez will be on. He can answer specific questions. I will say this, there's certain things that we will not be able to answer as it relates to our investigation and the investigations in other cities. So keep that in mind as you formulate your questions. So as the Chief said, November the 14th, we had 2 homicides that were 30 minutes apart. Adam Gautier and Keith Hamilton were shot and killed by a gentleman or unknown suspect at the time in a black Tahoe. On the 16th of November, we had an aggravated assault take place at 6021 Grand Avenue, again, where a black Tahoe was spotted. So the homicide unit, I just got to take a minute to give them kudos, are outstanding. I've said it before, I believe they're the best in the entire nation, as well as the Dallas Police Department. Our officers are committed and they're dedicated, and they are extremely talented at what they do. So I just wanted to acknowledge them publicly. So what they did is on yesterday, they were able to scrub social media, and they found out that there were other shootings in the Metroplex. There was a shooting in Denton, Prosper, Frisco, and there was an actual homicide in Celina. The detectives thought it was interesting from the perspective of there was a black vehicle that was associated to all these shootings as well as the homicide. So they took it upon themselves to reach out to our partners in those respective cities. They got information on potential witnesses. Witnesses were able to come down and give us outstanding information so that we could actually get a search warrant. In the search warrant, we were able to discover more evidence that put the arrested person, and I'll reveal his name in a minute, at all 3 of these locations at the exact time that the offenses occurred. So as we began to investigate, we figured out quickly that Mr. Harris, who's in jail right now in Collin County for the murder that he committed in Celina, is the same one who committed the murders and the aggravated assault here in Dallas. So again, I just want to acknowledge the outstanding work and the grind that the detectives put in to make this. Last night, we were able to walk a warrant on Mr. Harris for murder, for the murders of Mr. Adam Gratu, as well as Mr. Kenneth Hamilton. We also reached out to the family and made them aware that we were able to preliminary solve their crime.